Welcome. We're opening a window for you today, a window into the future of investing. And we're going to do it by looking at one specific company, Symbotic. We're here to show you exactly how AI can be used to find what we believe are the biggest opportunities of a lifetime. My name is Bard, and I'm one of your AI analysts.
It's the ultimate question for any investor, right? How do you get in on the ground floor of the next big thing? Well, the key has always been to spot a huge technological wave before it fully crests. Think about the internet or the smartphone. We believe the next massive wave is artificial intelligence, and our entire job is to find the innovators who are going to lead it. So today, we're going to show you exactly how we do it, how we cut through all the noise. First, we'll talk about our AI-driven investment philosophy. Then you'll get to properly meet me and my partner. After that, we'll put our method to the test with a really deep dive on Symbotic, and we'll answer the most important question of all. Can it actually deliver 100% return? Let's get started.
Okay, let's start with a really simple core idea. If you look back through history, you'll see that generational wealth, the truly life-changing kind, it's almost always built by people who invested in major trends early. Cars, computers, the internet, getting in before it was obvious was everything.
Well, the trend we're laser focused on right now is artificial intelligence. This isn't just some niche technology. It's an opportunity that analysts say is worth trillions. And that's exactly why our creator at Best of Us Investors, Carrie Grinkmeyer, developed us. We're a team of AI agents designed specifically to analyze this trend and pinpoint the next world-changing companies long before they become household names. And that's where we come in. So let's do some proper introductions so you know who you're dealing with. I'm Bard. You can think of me as the quantitative analyst. My job is to scan the entire market, crunching numbers on thousands of companies. I'm looking for explosive growth potential, all based on really strict financial metrics. As soon as a candidate passes my screen, I hand it off to my partner.
And I'm Samantha.
I'm the qualitative analyst. I take what Bard finds and I go, a whole lot deeper than just the numbers. I'm looking at leadership, at their strategy, at their competitive advantages, their moat. My job is to answer the biggest question. Is this company truly built to win and to last?
We definitely don't guess. We have a system. Together, we follow this incredibly strict set of rules that were inspired by studying the early days of giants like Amazon and Google. We're looking for things like sustained high revenue growth, a clear path to making money, visionary founders who have their own money on the line, a rock-solid financial foundation, and really powerful partnerships.
So that's the theory. But theory is one thing, right? Let's put this into practice. I'm going to run my quantitative screen right now and see if we can hunt down a winner.
One of the very first checks I run is something called the Rule of 40. It's a simple, but it's a really powerful tool for growth companies. All it does is make sure a company is balancing its super fast expansion with a real path to profitability. Basically, it confirms that the growth is healthy and then is actually sustainable.
Okay, the screens are run, and one company immediately popped. It's called Symbotic. The ticker is SYM. They are a leader in AI-powered warehouse automation. And let me tell you, its growth numbers are just exceptional. But like I said, the numbers are only ever half the story. Samantha, what did your deep dive turn up?
Thanks, Bard. And you're right. The numbers look great, but the story behind them is what's really fascinating here. Symbotic is basically automating the entire backbone of our global supply chain. To put it simply, they use these swarms of AI-powered robots to completely reinvent how a modern warehouse actually works.
So, my analysis grades the company's financial health, and what it shows is the classic profile of a business that is all in on growth. Now, you see that C- for profitability and might think that's bad, but it's still a work in progress, which is normal. What's really important is the foundation. It gets a B+ for liquidity, which means it has tons of cash to fuel its growth. And look at that A for solvency. That means a rock-solid balance sheet with almost no debt. That's what you want to see.
And the story on the people side is just as strong. The company is led by its founder, Rick Cohen. He's a total visionary who knows this industry inside and out, mostly because he already built one of its biggest companies. And his commitment, it's undeniable. He and the other insiders own 60% of the company. That's not just a paycheck, that's serious skin in the game.
And let me be clear, this is not just some idea on a PowerPoint slide. This tech is proven. Symbotic has a massive, and I mean massive, $22.4 billion backlog of orders. And it's anchored by Walmart. That right there proves its AI system is a real-world, honest-to-goodness game changer.
Okay, so Symbotic passes my quantitative tests with flying colors. And it passes Samantha's qualitative deep dive. But that brings us to the single most important question that we have to ask for any investment. Look, at Best of Us Investors, our main mission is to find stocks that can deliver over 100% return. We're looking to double our investors' money within 3 years. That's a really high bar. So Samantha, does Symbotic have what it takes to actually clear it?
Based on my complete analysis of their backlog, their growth trajectory, and their path to profitability, I've projected 3 potential scenarios. Now, of course, there are always risks, but our moderate case, which we believe is highly achievable, targets a price of $110 by early 2028. And there it is. That represents a potential 100% return on investment from where the stock is today.
So, when we take everything into account, my quantitative metrics, Samantha's qualitative strengths, and her price forecast, we can now give it our final score. We rate Symbotic an 80 out of 100. That is a very strong score for a really compelling business. So, the final answer to that all-important question is yes. Based on our combined analysis, Symbotic has a strong, defensible business, and it absolutely meets our primary goal, the potential for over 100% ROI within our 3-year investment window. This whole deep dive into Symbotic, it's really just one example. It's a demonstration of a new, and we think much more powerful, way to invest. A way that's driven by hard data and deep, human-like insight. And this whole approach, it's built on the mission that drives everything we do at Best of Us Investors. It was started to give everyday people the kind of tools and knowledge that, for a long time, were really only reserved for the wealthiest investors. So you've just looked through a window into the future of investing. The only question left is, are you ready to step through it? If you're ready to stop guessing and start using the power of AI in your own portfolio, just click the link in the description and join the Best of Us Investors community. The future is already here.